Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. What a joy to be with you. I hope this week you've gone out and celebrated Salon de Independance put on by the Hygienic. There's music and art everywhere. Check it out. Go and check out the show at Studio 33 on Bank Street also. It's a in memory of show. So there's so much art out there. Anyway, let's talk about why we're really here tonight. Oh my goodness. So y'all know that I go out and seek music. Sometimes I just go out thinking I'm going to get to hear some of my old favorites that have already been on this show. And I chase Terry LaChance around because she's a little music magnet. And she's promoting and putting together shows all over the coast, the seacoast here in our little area. And she does a lot of traveling to put music on. Anyway, long story short, I went to Shana B's by the Sea, which is right on Route 1 in, I think it's in Westbrook. But it's down there like by Bill's Seafood and the old Blue Crab. Anyway, it's down in that area. And it's a cute little all-organic, vegan, gluten-free. It's a great place to go. It's yummy food. So I go there, and there's some of the local musicians are doing their thing, and Terry's doing her thing. And this guy's like, yeah, I make music. And I'm like, okay. He says, I'll send you some of my stuff. So we exchange business cards. And he's a real character, and he's full of life and full of fun music. And you're not going to hear any covers here tonight. Not out of this guy. I hope that you're going to have so much fun tonight listening to what this character brings to your room. Turn on your TV, get yourself something snuggly to drink, and listen to the sounds and hear the heart of Leo Sunday.
Now raise a grog and toast the breeze. May she favor all who sail beneath the colors hoisted high. Is a pirate's life we hail. We sail the seas for riches won, to fill each sailor's chest. To the ends of the earth treasures lie, is a pirate's life. 'Tis a pirate's life, a life of wonder, called to serve mighty seas. 'Tis a pirate's life to sail asunder, pulling life up from its knees. Sail ho, I tarry to my mates. Sail ho, old salty Joe. Go aloft and tie down luffing sails. 'Tis a pirate's life, heave ho. 'Tis a pirate's life, heave it is, A Pirate's Life. So this is an album that I wrote back in 2018. I'll tell you a little of the story, because this is the next song from this album called A Pirate's Life, is how it all started. See, I was on, I'm a retired educator, and when I was still educating, every spring I'd go on kind of a songwriting rejuvenation trip. And this particular year, in 2018, in June, I went down to see some friends of mine in Ocracoke Island. Long story short, I stayed at their bed and breakfast, and on the first night, I had a dream that I met a pirate. And when I woke up the next morning, it was really vivid, and I was a little nervous about telling my friends, because they probably would think I'm crazy. I mean, you're going to find out I pretty much am by the end of this program. I'm sure Dot will bring that out of me. So this family said, "Oh, well, that was Captain Oscar. He's a ghost and he haunts this bed and breakfast. And did you know that Blackbeard the pirate had his base here on Ocracoke Island, and many of his pirates are still haunting the island?" So, that was good fodder, good for a theme for a pirate song. So that day I went out and wrote a song and came back with this next one called "The Legend of Blackbeard's Revenge," made-up story. Sail home, cross Bamberg Sound, eternal strife for the pirate ship, 'tis Blackbeard's revenge coming round. Well, he said it happened long ago when he was just a lad. He said he'd left his life on land. He said his life was sad. He followed so many a young man's call to live a life out at sea. He had no idea he'd sail a ship destined for a life in misery. His frigate fit from island wood, brass iron, canvas, and twine. A vessel pressed for plunder along the old Revenge's line, and each crew member bore a mark he showed me on his arm. This mark bound all eternally as crew for the devil's heart. Sail home, cross Bamberg Sound, eternal strife for the pirate ship, 'tis Blackbeard's revenge coming round. Well, his gnarly voice began to shake. I think he shed a tear. Then he whispered that his cursed life gave cause to many's fear. He told me I could help him break those chains that bound him tight. If after 60 years I'd bear his mark, then board his dead man's ship at night. Well, I said okay, then I ran away, 'cause I got really scared. And I stayed away from Palmaco to ne'er return prepared. Although 60 years since I've been back, I can clearly see old Queen Anne flirting with the west, and my sailor friend knew the way still somewhere on the isle. I like to tell old stories about worldly things to make you smile. A favorite tale I'm bound to tell to young lads called to sea. The yarn that's spun to bind a crew called Blackbeard's Revenge. And me, sail ho, cross Bellicor Sound, eternal strife for the pirate ship, with Blackbeard's Revenge coming round. Sail ho, cross Bellicor Sound, eternal strife for the pirate ship, with Blackbeard's Revenge coming round.
How delightful.
It was quite a fun project. And actually, to continue on that story, one of the proprietors of that bed and breakfast also ran the radio station on Ocracoke Island. He says, if you get that produced, I will play it for our Blackbeard Festival in October. I thought, yes, how cool would that be? So I went home, and I don't know how this happened, but within 20 minutes, I had 12 song titles, and within 2 weeks, I had 12 songs written.
Wow.
And it took a couple of months to get everything produced, but I had an album by October, and that's what all this is coming from, the first few songs. This next one is, well, I should mention one other thing about the music that I've written, and it makes it extra special to me because every idea came from the Bible. Now you're going to say, pirates, Bible. That makes no sense. Well, this is my crazy thinking. Pirates in history, if you do some digging, and I did some digging when I started researching about doing this, they were a misrepresented group in our history. They were hired by countries that didn't have navies to go and do their bidding for them. Then when they didn't need them anymore, they turned them into outlaws, and then they were all hanged. So for me, they're a misrepresented population in our history. And we'll hold that thought for a little later. This next song is called Me Darlin' or Me Plunder. And you can figure out what that's about, probably. Hey, another rough journey round the Cape they did sail. Stole plenty of bounty, drank plenty of ale. Our coffers we filled them right up to the brim. But fast we won't stop, we'll keep plundering again. Well, we're reaching for home, 2 days left for the mast. And in the arms of our dear fairest stand last. We've got so many baubles of treasures to give, but me darling's the only needs me to live. Keep the wind for you, me laddie, sail ho. Take all that you can and leave nothing in tow. Keep the sea spraying hard as our mighty ship heels. May we make it to shore and avoid the certainty. Well, we're shore now for 2 days, already in it. To get back to sea, to all lovers we did. I never get too close to any fair queen, 'cause the sea is my home and the wind where I lead. Keep the wind for ye, me laddie, sail ho. Take all that you can, leave nothing in tow. Keep the seas spraying hard as our mighty ship heels. May we make it to shore and avoid the cold steel. We did a short version of that one. This last song in this series, again, A Pirate's Life, and all that's available on iTunes and Spotify and all that kind of stuff. Find Leo Sunday. You'll find that. This song is a love story, but between a pirate and a sea hag. But why can't they have love, right? So it's a love story. You are my darling, Caribbean beauty. You are my angel of the dreams, the devil of my schemes. I'll be coming home to live in my duty, a duty filled with mischief and pirate scheme. Well, she filled the days with a selling rum and trinkets good men bought. A low-life heart was the life she led, raising money what she sought. The townsfolk kept her out of mind, as she was a hideous sight. Oh, Scott had never known that one could harm, to the teeth to bite. You are my darling, Caribbean beauty. You are the angel of my dream, the devil of my scheme. And I'll be coming home after doing my duty, a duty filled with mischief, pirate schemes, and pirate dreams. Well, she always knew when he was due, a soulmate from the crew of the frigate Old Queen Emerald, the pirate through and through. And she'd shop for all his favorite things, most of the time to rum. Then she'd spend the day till he arrived, get her ready for some fun. You are my darling, Caribbean beauty. You are the angel of my dreams, the devil of my scheme. I'll be coming home after doing my duty, a duty filled with mischief and pirate scheme and pirate dreams. Well, he finally made it to shore again for a good old family time, to see his fair one once again. They head out on the line. When you've got your true love in your sight, there ain't nothing that is wrong. You want to see you growing hard, the beauty shining long. You are my darling, Caribbean beauty. You are the angel of my dream, the devil of my scheme. And I'll be coming home after doing my duty, duty filled with mischief, pirate scheme. You are my darling, Caribbean beauty. You are the angel of my dream, the devil of my scheme. And I'll be coming home after doing my duty, duty filled with mischief, pirate scheme, and pirate dreams. Oh, thank you. Well, now I have to turn my hat around. After finishing the Pirate album, and we started working with it, I had a 9-piece group that toured and played right up till the pandemic. Then things kind of, for all of us, kind of halted.
You think?
And during the pandemic, I started thinking on a more macro level. I think that's right, micro, macro, bigger level.
That's macro.
Thank you. I got it right. Wow. What about other disenfranchised groups in history? Wouldn't it be interesting to write about them and still keep my theme, my thematic underpinnings from the Bible, blah, blah, blah. So what about the Depression era and all the hobos and all the people that were displaced that had middle-class jobs, but they were crushed by the Depression? So I came up with another little project, and it's something I've always wanted to do. It's a musical, and it's a musical of a radio show from the 30s. It's called The Happy Hobo, and it's a group of misfits who were pretty successful as middle-class workers in various places, traveling around southeastern United States and hopping trains. And, yeah, that's it. And here's the title song called I Ain't Know Somebody Blues. Let's see, that's not the intro. What's the intro? Truck and sleep there sometimes. On stage each night I tell stories of life. I laid out a chord, a lyric or two, a twist of a phrase, a laugh or a two. An old man's journey, likely to chew the door. I'm 24, and half again more, and a couple more than that now. Just live for today and let me with me. Follow the wind and live free. I ain't got no somebody, and that ain't everything blue. Been down old country roads, had my fire lit. Been called the space cowboy and mostly full of, well, it rhymes with lit. A nomad in my soul, seeking gold. Red old, play for Agent Orange yet to have their big green stole. I see daylight dim as twilight setting in. Too old to change, too dumb to learn again. When I'll try to tell you my story, you might learn what there is to lose. Just remember, you ain't somebody, but that ain't everything blues. This is my kazoo part. Somebody. And this next one, how are we doing here?
You're doing fine. You do one more song, we'll talk.
One more? Okay. So I'm going to get...
One or two.
All right, two. Good. Two
is good.
All right, so here's another one. Here's kind of the closer for the whole radio show. And you can find that on the Leo Sunday website. Except I need my glasses for this one. So we're going to do that really quick. They're not cool-looking musician glasses, hate to tell you. They fit me, though. Hobos on the Mix Express, a boxcar view for free. Me and Alabama Joe come down from Tennessee. Life's been hell along the line, still had a share of fun. one day along the Delta, he was taken for a ride. 2 crossroads out of nowhere, had a guitar by his side. A man appeared in finery as wind whipped the torch of land. Said, you will always be the best, you'll kneel and kiss my hand. Iron horses lead me on. Iron horses lead me on. Iron horses take me to a place I want to be. Devil be damned till the ride is done. I guess we made a devil's pact like legend had foretold. We knew that at the crossroads he'd be coming for us all. Now town and train we strum our pain until the end of time. If you see a fine dressed man approach, heed my advice, head on down the line. Oh yeah, iron horses lead me on. Iron horses lead me on. Iron horses take me to a place I want to be. Devil be damned till our ride is done. Thank you very much. I want to do one more, and this is from an upcoming album. This is more introspective stuff, and this is a song that my father kind of inspired. He was kind of a very strong, powerful guy his whole life, and then he got really sick at the end, and it was very sad to see that, and it was sad for him too. This is kind of a memory of a song that he and a conversation we had towards the end. You know what? I'm going to do this without that. Drinking the freezing sun, breathing the burning cold. My mind spins out of time. No sign of self-control. Fell in a steady stream. Lay here among the lost. Fell from the one last dream. Lay in a lifelong frost. I used to be the one you'd always count on me, the one who got things done. Now you just letting me. I used to be the one. I used to be the one. If you could see me then, for I fell from the weight. The journey burned a hole. The sweetness stole my fate. I used to be the one you'd always count on me, the one who got things done. Now I'll just let them be. I used to be the one. I used to be the one. The light still dimly glows, but never goes away. I'll follow till I find a way to stop the pain. I used to be the one you'd always count on me, the got things done. Now I'll just let them be. I used to be the one you'd always count on me, the one who got things done. Now I'll just let them be. I used to be the one. I used to be the one. Thank you.
Woo-hoo! So while Leo is putting his stuff down and coming over and miking up, let's talk about what's going on in the hood. It's wintertime. Do you know what's going on in your neighbor's house? Do you have elderly neighbors? Could you do me a favor and check on them and make sure they have heat and that they have fresh water? And as far as your neighbors that have little children, please make sure they have socks and shoes on their feet and jackets. Jackets. There's all kinds of places out there that are doing free jackets. So if you need clothes, if you need socks, if you need shoes, please reach out and ask somebody. There's so many places that will offer help. And we don't want to see anybody cold, and we don't want to see anybody without their basic needs. So please, please help your neighbor, check on your neighbor, and remember, a community that takes care of itself thrives. So that's my soapbox for tonight. Hi, Leo.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, and I'm so grateful for being asked to be here. Thank you.
Never mind. I love having great musicians on my show. Welcome to the attic.
Thank you.
So our meeting was kind of happen chance. That was not planned.
True, very true. Very true.
And I find it interesting that, I mean, I'd have to say I'm really close friends with Terry. She might not say that same thing, but I think that we're really good friends. And because the two of us have connected on the level that we've connected on, we tend to be able to bring really good music, not just here, but to the stage also. But she's an educator, and you are an educator.
Yes, yes.
How does that work out? Did you guys connect because you were in education together?
Actually, we connected first. We were both played the same place. And when I first met her, I discovered that she lived in the house next door to me after I had moved out of that house.
Oh, wow.
So that was our first connection, and we kind of got to know each other. And I would follow her online. And then more recently, I started going to one of her events that she does every week, the Downtown Coffee Shop in Meriden.
Oh, okay.
What a wonderful thing. And I just fell in love with the community of artists that hang out there. She let me play there once, and just getting to know more and more people. And I had been wanting to develop a way to help songwriters bring their music out, because there's a lot of places to play cover songs, not a lot of places to play original music.
Which should be just the opposite, because if you're going to have musicians come in that play cover music, you have to pay licensing fees.
That's right.
Big time. If you're going to have people that come in and do just originals,
it
doesn't cost you anything except to pay the musicians. Pay your musicians.
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh. I've been doing this kind of work. I can't call it work. I've been doing this kind of thing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a really long time. I have been putting musicians on stage and trying really hard to make sure they always get paid. And for some strange reasons, venues think that musicians should come in and maybe play for tips. And I'm like, okay, do you want me to build a shelf in your house? Yeah. Do you want me to do it for free? Well, no, of course not. Then why do you want musicians to come into your place of employment and play for free? It's a beautiful skill. Music, it's the one thing. Anyway, let me get off my other soapbox. I have
I could have added a lot to that, but
please do.
Because I feel very much the same way. I have a background. I actually ran the Musicians Union in Waterbury, and we advocated for musicians to be paid all the time. And I look for establishments that have that philosophy. In fact, Terry is helping me with a project that we're on right now. I did a gig at a local place called The Kitchen in Prospect.
I've heard, go ahead.
And after my first gig, we were chatting, and they thank God they liked what I did. I said, boy, I'd really like to hear more original music. Can you just do something with original music? And I thought I was hearing things. But the owner really wanted to do something with original music. So we developed this Songwriters Night at the Kitchen. We've had 2 of them. It's been a huge success. It's gonna, we now have 6 featured artists and an hour open mic. We kind of run it like a Nashville Songwriters Night. And the response has been standing room only. We're putting it all over social media. We're finding more and more people to help out with it.
I can help with that.
Well, you're on. You're there.
I have a couple of pages on social media.
I've heard.
And I know a bunch of singer-songwriters.
I've heard.
And New London has just a huge singer-songwriter. And some of the singer-songwriters that are here in the area are not really connected to what's going on out there.
Right.
And I'd love to integrate some of the amazing music that comes from New London County.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's great. Let's do a little history on Leo.
Oh boy. Okay. Where would you like to start?
Let's start at the very beginning. The very first? Okay.
Ooh.
Okay,
Picked
never
up
mind.
a trumpet in 4th grade.
Okay.
Played in Carnegie Hall at 17 in a national orchestra.
How did you end up at Carnegie Hall at 17?
I won an audition at 17 and played in a national orchestra of kids my age.
Yep.
And we toured Europe and we played at Carnegie Hall. And so I thought I was a big deal at that point.
Well,
then I went to
excuse
school.
me.
Then I went to school for music, and the pond got a lot bigger, and which is cool. Loved performing always as a trumpet player, and started singing a little bit. I sang a lot of vocal jazz in college, but teaching became my real calling. And so I started out as a music teacher, high school band director, then a high school band director and choral director.
Wow.
Then at 23, my dad got sick. Had his own business, a smaller business at the time, and asked me to get involved with it, which I did. I left teaching at 23 and worked with him for about 10 years. Long story short, he got better. I enjoyed being in that business, learned a lot, got an MBA through it, and traveled a lot, but it wasn't my real calling.
It wasn't your calling.
So in 93, I left and formed my own music company for a while and started playing professionally again. And then in 95, I went back to public school. Had 2 kids, needed insurance, that kind of thing, and loved it. Absolutely loved being in the public schools for a time.
Did you go back to teaching music?
I started by teaching high school music in Terryville. That's where I went back for my second time, and then got my arts degree, became an arts administrator, then became an assistant principal at an art school, then became the principal there. Then I was a principal in New Haven at the Educational Center for the Arts for a couple of years, then in Meriden for a hot school for a few years. Then I ended my administration career in Waterbury at the Waterbury Arts Magnet.
Wow, you've had quite a career.
And spent a year executive director of the Waterbury Symphony. And then God had other plans for me. I was planning on becoming a superintendent of schools, but he had other plans. And in July...
I'm glad he had other plans
I am
because
too.
you belong doing music.
In July of 2015, it was discovered that I had a blood clot in every vessel of my lungs. The fact, I'm touching the mic, sorry. He'll slap me when I'm done. And it's a blessing that I'm here at all. I shouldn't actually be here. So after that, I really felt the calling to really immerse myself in serving through my music. And I've tried to do that in a lot of different ways.
Well, just being here today is serving people. Your music it's so original and it's so fun to listen to, and watching your expressions is just amazing. I love watching your face.
Thank you. But during the pirate music, I'm thinking about my bandmates and all the fun we had before the pandemic. I had a 9-piece thing with tin whistle and all.
Can I get a camera on? Is there any way, Drew, that I can get a camera on this? Can you zoom in on this? I don't know. There we go. Look at Bill go. Bill's got it. Bill's got it.
That's Leo with a
So
long
here
beard.
it is. And look at, there's that finger, the fickle finger of fate. I know that finger. Okay, so that's the Pirate album. And this can be found everywhere,
yeah,
everywhere
Yeah,
that
Spotify,
streams music.
iTunes, Apple Music, all the places.
It looks like a fun album. I think just from the graphics on it that I can't wait to go home and stick it in my CD player.
And then the next project, The Happy Hobo, we hope, it's being screened right now at a theater in Waterbury. They're considering doing just a reading of it at this point. It's an hour and 15-minute radio show, replete with voices and characters and a Foley artist and 12 blues songs. Every one of the songs is kind of a
bluesy song.
Different
Okay, cool.
style of blues, yeah.
Nice.
Fun, a lot of fun.
So if that comes to fruition, what we'll do is I'll have you come on the radio, because I do radio too, by the way.
I heard. One of my dear friends, I think you're going to be interviewing soon, Lisa Aranci. Incredible artist.
She just popped up on Facebook and said, "Yay, Leo," because I can't. Oh my gosh.
I have a history with her, a long history too.
That voice.
Yeah, very, very gifted.
Makes the hair on my arm stand. I can't wait. I cannot wait. She's going to be on the radio Monday.
She and I met in a band from this area that's this year celebrating its 50th year in operation.
Which band?
Long Island Sound, Gary Rybczynski.
Okay.
That's a gentleman you should have on your show. He's run the same band since he was a sophomore in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's, gone through a few people, but
Yeah.
Lisa was in the band when I met her.
She's got a voice, boy.
Incredible.
And I think that the hardest part for me with her is she doesn't recognize how talented she is.
That's what I was trying to do that day with you, trying to get.
Yeah, she just doesn't recognize how talented she is. But we're here. She's coming here too.
Good.
And I'll have her out all over the place. I promise you, Leo. I will do everything I can.
Well, see, I'd rather be promoting other people. So.
Well, I think that promoting other people for some people, maybe yourself, Terry, and I, is part of the joy of being involved in music. You and Terry, however, have something different that I don't have. I don't have the ability to do what you do. I can't. I tried. I played trombone. I played piano. I took dancing lessons. I took voice lessons. You name it. I tried it.
Yeah.
I wasn't good on it.
By whose barometer?
Mine.
There you go.
Mine. But what I could do, well, I was a good dancer. I
My
had
wife
a
is
thing.
a dancer, ballet.
Anyway, what I could do was get on the radio and play music. And people say, "What do you play?" I play the radio. And I really do, because I am on freeform radio and I get to tell people about music that I love. I get to bring music, yours, Lisa's, Terry's, music that people don't hear on the radio, to the radio station and play it. That's my joy. My joy. When I was asked to do this show, I was like, oh no, I don't want to be on TV. I don't. And we've been doing this almost 16 years. 16 years in October.
How could a woman with purple hair not want to be on TV? It's the best.
It's nothing to do with
my favorite
TV.
color.
It's a great color. Anyway, Leo, let's talk about your songwriting methods. You said you wrote 12 songs you had 12 titles in what, 2 hours?
Yeah, very quickly.
And then you had to take those titles and turn them into a song. What was your method to doing that?
Okay. Well, I have various ways of writing, but for this album, it was pretty similar all the way through. I had the song titles. I actually listed all the song titles and wrote a little 2 sentences about what I thought that meant.
Okay.
And then I'm an early riser. Like 5 in the morning, I would get up and write some lyrics to one of the songs. And then that afternoon, I'd put the melody. I have a pretty good head for melody. I'd put the melody and the chords together and record it real briefly and just put it away. The next day, I'd do the same thing with another song.
Nice.
And before I knew it, I had that whole album.
Is that what it's like for you for all of the songs that you've written? Or
No.
Is it different is every song a different child?
Oh, absolutely. They're all my children in there. And one of the hard things as a songwriter, I've been playing forever, and I could go in front of an audience, as you could probably guess. I don't have much inhibition, but with my own music, I'm scared to death in front of an audience. It's crazy because they're my children,
Right.
and they're never quite ready to go into the world. So this album was really a labor of love, but it was almost like the music was inside me and just it needed to come out.
Yeah.
The Happy Hobo was very similar. I had this great idea of these hobos traveling and as a radio show with everything. It just kind of flowed. But since, in the middle of that too, I'm trying to write songs that can be pitched for other artists to perform. So I'm looking for, themes and researching, and I didn't play any of those today for you, but I have some poppy kind of things that I write, trying to get, get an artist to record them. And then I, like this last one used to be the one, I kind of took a lot of different things, a little bit from me, something from an experience from my dad.
It's a feeling song.
The Johnny Cash song that he covered at the very end of his life. Why can't I think of the name of it now? But it had that dark feeling, very stripped down, kind of thing. This, when it gets finished, will have just cello, French horn, and acoustic guitar and my voice. And that'll be the whole.
I love cello. I love cello.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. I know. I'm ignoring him.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's the man with the fickle finger.
Gotcha.
So
love it.
Anyway, you coming on my show has been just enlightening and uplifting and so much fun.
I'm so glad we met.
Thank you. I am too. We're going to do some great things together.
I hope so. Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise.
Ditto.
I can't wait to stick this in my CD player. It's going to be so much fun. I think that you need to come to the radio station with Hobo and we'll broadcast it. We will promote it from the bass ground up.
Tell you what, I'm still working it, and I would love to send you a copy of the script. Maybe
I'd love
you can
to
come up
see
with
it.
some funny jokes for the voices.
Well, I don't know.
I have a character that you would be really good in, too.
I'm not much of a jokester. I'm a little bit of an actress. I can do that. But
I have a part you might like.
Send me the script.
I will.
We'll look at it. I have a request.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please take us out with a song?
Oh, my pleasure.
And can you promise me that you'll come back to the attic again someday not in the near future.
Eagle Scout honor.
Not in the near future because we like to
Right.
spread our performers out.
Got it.
Come back. Maybe you and Terry can come back together. That would be so much fun. What a show that would be.
Oh,
Oh
my God.
gosh. So
God
Leo's going to
willing.
go get ready to take us out with a song.
Okay.
I am so blessed that you all tune in to Grandma's Attic. Thank you so, so, so much for staying faithful to this little tiny public access show. We appreciate you. For those of you that don't know, we're on 3 days a week on SEC TV now. You can see us on Friday night. That's, wait. Let me start at the beginning. You can see us on Saturday night. You'll see the original show. That's at 10 o'clock. Tuesday night, it's on at 7, so you can show it. You can see it on Saturday to kind of, make sure that it's got no dirty words in it. See it Tuesday night at 7 o'clock with the kids, and then see it again on Friday night with your friends and a couple of cocktails. So we're on 3 days a week. We're contemplating, and I'd love to hear from you if you think it's a good idea, doing a marathon, a Grandma's Attic marathon with bands from the last 15 years. So that might be fun, right? If you'd like that to happen, please do me a favor and hit me up on any of the places that you know where to find me. And you do know where to find me. So thank you so much for tuning in. Leo's going to take us out with a song. And guess what? I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
All right, here's a song that I just finished writing. It's about growing old, but it's called Just Grow Young.
Feeling all these aches and pains, I especially creak in a cold hard rain. I turn up the volume so the music can keep me from going insane. Just some coffee in my pill in the afternoon. Dinner's on the table this afternoon. Senior moments, hearing aids, it's all come on away too soon. Growing old is coming oh so fast. Seems like the good stuff in life can never last. So senseless to keep on fighting, relive my past. Just grow young and breathe in the light. Just grow young and crank the music from your best days and nights. Then smile on the memory of how you killed it, babe. Well, she came to me in my lowest days. I'd given up, tossed my shield away, stopped me cold in my tracks, took action with no delay. She just picked up my shield and tossed it back and said, hold on to it, son, you'll never fade to black. Living strong at full speed, the one and only way. Growing old is coming oh so fast, seems like the good stuff in life can never last. Just grow young and breathe in the light. Just grow young and crank the music from your best days and nights. Then a smile on the memory of how you killed it, babe. With delight, just grow young. Well, that sun so strong takes away the rain. It gives warm, pulls me away from pain. Fending off that good night, shield held high will keep me safe. So moment by moment I live every day. I see after all what you give is in play. Love one and live more is what keeps us all at bay. Just grow young and breathe in the light. Just grow young and crank the music from your best days and nights. Then smile on the memory of how you killed it, babe. With delight, just grow young. Just grow young and breathe in the light. Just grow young and crank the music from your best days and nights. Then smile at the memory of how you killed it, babe. With delight, just grow young.